Luke Somers is dead, and he looks so sad here. This is the earliest article I found on this subject. If you didn't know, I already made a video on this and how it's probably fake, and I suggest you watch it if you haven't. But sorry, I can't help but think this is fake after Foley, Hennig, Kassig, what's the other guys? And then Mr. Can't Lie, the fucking ISIS reporter, basically, who's British, and reporting in front of a fucking green screen. Once again, this guy makes a plea video of, basically save my life, I'm being held hostage, they're going to kill me in 3 days. Completely calm, not scared at all. Obviously, this is just a quick little clip from the video. They probably chose this to basically, show you, oh, he looks sad, it's all so sad. But that's what the media does. They manipulate. This kind of has the least amount of information out of all of them as the story developed further. The next one came after it seemed to be this ABC News one. There was a video for it too. I'll leave the links in the description for all these, but the video is worth watching if you're interested in this subject. This was 1:52 p.m. The other one was 11 hours ago, and it's 9:23 Eastern here, so that's about 11 a.m. I found it like 20 minutes ago or so, or maybe a little more. So, first thing we're going to look at here. The mission to save him failed in Yemen. Though there was one back in November, allegedly. In part because American forces were spotted prematurely by a militant who was apparently relieving himself, according to a counterterrorism official with knowledge of the operation. But by 3:26, this changed. Reports suggest a dog bark alerted the terrorists to their presence, and then basically they came out and started shooting, and then allegedly a couple ran in. You'll see that in this article. A couple ran in to kill the hostages, which included another guy. Let me find a quicker way to look at this guy. What was his name? He was South African, Pierre Korkie, right here. I missed the P there, but you can read it, you can see it. His wife had also been kidnapped, but she was released pretty quick. I don't know much about this guy yet. I'm going to look into this, but when I get some time. Now, if you didn't think the previous beheadings were fake, then you clearly didn't watch them, or you're a fucking retard. Okay. No blood on the first 4, and then the recent one with Kassig and the mass beheading, which they actually showed that, with CGI blood. And even watch the knife go through the necks and the gore inside of the necks, and it ain't right. Okay, that's CGI. You don't believe that, you really don't know shit about CGI. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a dick, but you gotta be a fucking retard. Now, just like most of the rest of them, their families made plea videos, one by his sister right there, and one by his parents, which we don't see here. They're on this one, I'll get to that. Here's his sister's plea video. YouTube ain't working right for me.
Luke Somers is my older brother.
Turn your volume up.
Luke is a gentle and sensitive person. He's a romantic and always believes the best in people.
Eyes look down to read.
Photojournalism has been his way of highlighting the struggles of the Yemeni people.
Eyes look down to read.
When foreign nationals were advised to leave Yemen, Luke refused to go, saying he felt safe and at home there.
Why can't they just speak their mind? No, they gotta have a prepared statement.
Felt the Yemeni people would look after him. I've been comforted by all the messages of love and support from the Yemeni people. And I would like to add my voice to theirs in asking for mercy. Your way of life is what Luke loved. Please let him live.
Blah, 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 blah. So here's his parents, his mom and his brother.
Hello, I am Luke's brother, Jordan Somers, and this is our mother, Paula Somers. On September 17th, 2013, you abducted my brother in Sana'a.
Look down to read.
At this point, we have no explanation as to why Luke was targeted as a victim.
Look down to read.
We currently don't know why he is being held.
I can't remember what to say, I gotta write it down.
Him in his home. He's a good person, and he's only been trying to do good things for the Yemeni population. He goes out of his way to care for and respect the common person, and he has made many lasting friends.
Oh, he screwed up.
Luke is only a photojournalist, and he is not responsible for any actions the U.S. government has taken.
Now, he was a photojournalist, yet he wanted to help the Yemeni people and was allegedly active, which you'll read in one of these articles. I don't remember which one, but like I said, I'll link them. You got to do some research on your own, too. I can't do it all for you. I'm just trying to kind of point you in the right direction here.
Please understand that we had no prior knowledge of the rescue attempt for Luke, and we mean no harm to anyone.
We note that you have taken good care of Luke, and he appears healthy. We thank you for that.
Look down to read the cue.
Please show mercy and give us an opportunity.
I can't remember the rest.
Luke again.
Oh, I can't remember half a sentence.
Luke, if you are...
She can't even remember one word. Look at that. Let's see that again.
Luke, if you
She forgot his name.
Hear us, yes. Please know that we're doing everything possible to help you. Our hearts are with you. We miss you and we love you. And all we want to do is see you again and have you safely in our arms all together again.
Okay. Now, I don't even know if these are the real parents, because with James Foley, well, that wasn't even James Foley that allegedly got beheaded, but I paused to let you turn your volume down. I know there's a difference between the volume and my voice in the video, and I'm sorry about that. It's an annoying thing about Screencast-O-Matic. But James Foley's parents, he had two different sets of parents for both times he got abducted. I don't think I uploaded that on my channel. I have it somewhere. Maybe I'll add it to the end of this video. I'm not sure yet. But he had two different sets of parents. They look similar, but they were not the same people. Anyone with discernment for that sort of thing, which some people really suck at, but I'm not one of those people. And no, I ain't Dallas Goldbug. Because that guy's bad. But anyway, nonetheless, I don't know if these are his parents. Maybe somebody else will look into that. Maybe I'll have time. Whatever. What I do know is they are reading off a script as usual, and you'd think that they'd be able to speak from the heart if it's their actual sibling or son or their brother, Why can't they do that? They're always reading off of a script, and they write it themselves, or did somebody write it for them? So now back to the way that they were alerted to the invasion or whatever. Not invasion, you know what I'm trying to say. First it says spotted prematurely by a militant who was pissing, relieving himself. Then a dog bark. Okay. Now, maybe, just maybe, that was a bad report, because yes, this does say that this was from a counterterrorism official with knowledge of the operation, but yeah, and journalists have their sources, but you'd think this would be officially announced by basically one person representing the military, and they'd get their story straight. Okay, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the guy who told this story wasn't quite accurate, so you can make up your own mind on that, but consider the possibility that if they were spotted by a militant who was pissing outside, that this makes them look stupid. A dog bark does not, because the dog has the nose, okay? And so the dog has an uncanny sense of smell in comparison to a human, and it's not uncommon for, militants and such to keep a dog on guard, or even just people in general, having a dog out there that'll bark when people come up. So once again, it could be that this doesn't make them look as stupid because they botched it, allegedly. Now, I have a hard time believing, once again, that this is actually real because of the fake beheadings. And you should question it too, I think. I'm not saying just, believe for certain it's fake, because this could be a real one, because once again, this is not ISIS doing this. This is the Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, namely Yemen, but AQAP is the acronym for this one. But as I mentioned before, they're using acronyms now, you know. It's easier to remember than Al-Qaeda, even though there are connections to Mujahideen maybe, but, well, there are for certain as far as what is real about these people, but I have high doubts that this is not real. But as I put in the previous video, the video of this photographer and his plea for, you know, saving him, well, that was released by Rita Katz's SITE Intelligence Group, SITE Intelligence Group. And they've released fake bin Laden videos. They released the beheading videos that ISIS did recently. So why should we trust them? They're in cahoots with the United States and Israeli intelligence. None of these pictures have loaded. What the hell? So why should we trust them? I mean, if you think the United States and Israel are doing good things, but I'm sorry, this is all about controlling the region for the United States, Israel, Britain, and Rome, or aka Vatican City, who they were all subservient to. You don't believe that, you need to do a little more research into that. Who kisses whose ring when they go to see the Pope? Here's one last little interesting detail with this, though. In case it was real, there's zero possibility that the hostages were the victims of crossfire, a military official said. This was an execution. Okay, now let's go to this. When the dust settled 30 minutes later after they had a noise, maybe a dog bark, by the way, alerted the militants, and they started a firefight, okay? When the dust settled 30 minutes later, the special operations team emerged from the compound carrying Mr. Somers and a South African hostage, both badly wounded. Badly wounded is not an execution, okay? I thought these guys beheaded people, or, you know, maybe they'd shoot them in the head. No, they're just both badly wounded. So if this was real, there is a possibility that they were victims of not necessarily crossfire. Maybe they're, using their terms wisely in a sense, and that it wasn't crossfire, but they were just kind of behind the people they were shooting at and ended up getting shot too. Furthermore, a cop knows how to hate a cop. A cop, I don't know. They know how to hate. They know how to murder. Wait, they didn't do a good job murdering him because he didn't die pretty fucking quickly, did he? I don't feel like finding the part right now, but it is in one of these articles that are linked below that they were taken onto this plane. Maybe I can find it quick here. They were taken onto this plane and operated on, and one died on the way. Oh yeah, the Osprey, V-22 Osprey aircraft, which had a surgical team on board. And one of the hostages died in the Osprey. The other died on an operating table aboard the USS Macon Island, an amphibious assault ship that was positioned just off the coast. Okay, so they didn't do too good of a job murdering them if they had a chance to save them. I mean, come on. So the failed raid is a visceral and tragic reminder of the limits of special ops forces as a tool against terror groups. Well, the 2011 raid that killed Osama bin Laden. Oh wait, that wasn't Osama bin Laden, but it was a spectacular success. Bullshit. Just want to remind y'all. Others have been less so, including a failed attempt earlier this year to spring U.S. hostages held by the military group IS, Islamic State, as well as a previous effort to free Mr. Somers. The previous effort to free Mr. Somers, he wasn't even there. You'll find that in these articles too. And of course in here, they go into, James Foley and all the other guys, so how can you trust this? And one last little editorial bit on all this bull. These beheading videos have not been flying, okay? There's been too many people debunking them, showing that they're full of crap, okay? From James Foley not being James Foley to the CGI of the last beheading. So just think, maybe, just maybe, they know that they can't show the beheadings anymore, okay? That it's not going to have the effect and that people won't believe it. Consider that.